Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So over the past few years, we've been seeing some pretty high cost of living adjustments for Social Security beneficiaries. So we're going to be going over what the average payment is in 2024 for those retiring at the ages of 62, 66, and 70. Plus, right around $126 million has been stolen, according to the FTC, from people receiving different types of scams involving Social Security. So we'll be covering that as well. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you do any type of online shopping ever, whether that be at Walmart, Target, Macy's, Ulta Beauty, or anything like that, I do have a special offer before we go ahead and dive into today's video. In a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to a site called Rakuten. With that link, if you sign up using that link, what's going to happen is if you make a transaction of at least $30 before tax within the first 90 days of signing up, Rakuten is going to send you $30 back in return. So let's just say, for an example, that you make a $35 transaction with Macy's. By clicking the Macy's link on Rakuten, what's going to happen is that Rakuten is going to send you $30 back. So basically that transaction is then only going to be for $5. So you're going to be getting $30 in free cash just for using that link, plus a small percentage as well through Rakuten. Once again, if you are interested, I am going to be leaving a link in a pinned comment below. Okay, so I'm going to start off this video also by just giving sort of a personal story here. So it was just a few days ago that I received a phone call, and it didn't come up with a number that I recognized, and also didn't come up with a name on the caller ID. So typically with those, for the most part anyways, I just let it go to voicemail. I won't pick up, figuring that it's like a scammer or a telemarketer or something like that. And this is one of the rare times they actually also left a voicemail. So in the voicemail, it read something saying like with the fact that my Social Security number had been suspended and that I had like 24 hours to call them back. And if I did not call them back within that period of time, my number would be suspended. Well, I pretty much knew at that point in time that it was a scam because I heard of these things happening. So just, for humor, I did call them back and, kind of, I guess, play dumb in a way, like asking why my Social Security number was being suspended. And they said something like it was the United States government, something or other of that fact. And in order to avoid my number to be suspended, because I was, I guess, suspected of like these different crimes or something like that. Well, I can't remember exactly what they said, something along those lines. But basically, to avoid my Social Security number to be suspended, I had to make some sort of payment. And their payment was actually going to a store, a big box store, whether that be Walmart or something like that, and buying them gift cards. And once again, before even calling them back, I knew it was a scam. But unfortunately, this happens a lot with different people. And according to the FTC, there's actually been $126 million in fraud alone, just from different types of Social Security scams. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this video here, and then we're gonna come back to talk about it.
In today's Money Watch, we bring you a new warning about Social Security scams. Americans lost more than $126 million to Social Security scammers last year. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to help protect you from these scammers, which are getting better and better at their jobs. So, what do people need to look out for when it comes to Social Security scams?
First of all, I want to be clear that one of the reasons this scam is so powerful is that we have tens of millions of people collecting Social Security benefits, and about 40% of these 70 million people are living on this. So this is emotional and it's powerful. So when you have a scammer who gets in touch with you, you don't know that. You say, oh, someone's calling me from the Social Security Administration. Someone's making contact in some way. Here's what I want you to know. Social Security Administration people will never, ever.
This is key.
They will never contact you via social media. Ever.
Okay.
And this is important. They will not threaten or pressure you to act now. They will not demand you to say, keep this a secret, don't tell anybody about this. That's a big flag.
Wow.
And also, no one ever can suspend your Social Security number. So, what happens is the scammers create like a problem, some sort of urgency. When you hear that, you've got to be like, uh-oh, guard is up.
Okay, so if you receive a phone call, a text, an email with some of these red flags, what do you do?
I think if you feel yourself getting a little agitated, breathe and really take a deep breath and say, wait a second, I'm going to disengage from this.
Okay.
Because either you're going to hang up the phone, do not click on any links, do not give any of your personal information. Guard this so closely. This is really important. Don't give anyone your information.
These scammers using AI these days?
This is so scary to me. It should be scary to anybody who's got a lot of a voice or video out there, because they are using deep fakes, voice memos, and they're creating family scams. Hey, your mom gets a phone call and says, hey, it's Jill, and it sounds like my voice. She starts giving this guy money over the phone, so be very careful. They are more sophisticated.
Now, of all those scams, in my opinion, the new AI scams are probably the scariest of all. So basically what these are, if you have not heard about them, they've gotten really good at these actually. So they could have like a video of you, or like an audio of your voice, or a video of your mom, son, daughter, dad, uncle, aunt, or anyone that you know, a friend, or even the president of the United States. And they can have a video and an audio of their voice, and they can recreate some type of video and audio that looks and sounds exactly like them. So you could basically be receiving like a message on Facebook one day, or like a text message with a video of your, let's say your son, your daughter, your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, uncle, aunt, whoever, and they could be saying that I'm in a terrible financial situation. Would you be able to send me $500? I'm stranded in this city. I can't get out. I'm in a terrible situation. I just need like a few bucks. Can you just send me like maybe a few $100s and wire it to me, you know, like via Western Union or something like that. And obviously, if it's like a family member, your mom, dad, son, daughter, or whoever, someone very close to you, in this case, you're probably going to do whatever you can to help them out. And this is extremely scary because AI can absolutely make this happen. Whereas if you have a video of you out there and like a soundtrack of your voice, they can copy it exactly to make it sound exactly like you and look exactly like you. So obviously this is perhaps the future where I can only see scams like these continue to go even higher and people losing a lot of money. We won't even know what to believe. Once again, it could be like the president of the United States coming out and saying that a nuclear war has just taken place, that you need to take cover. We can make anyone say anything and people will think that it's true. We have like celebrities now being put out with like pornographic images and stuff like that, and they're now suing people who are doing this. I don't know what's exactly going to happen to this, but definitely is going to be the future of AI. But at this point, we are going to go ahead and move on to our next story of today's video. And like I mentioned, over the past few years, the cost of living adjustments have been pretty high. One of the highest we've seen in about 40 years, especially the 8.7% one. So we're going to be going over what the average benefit is for Social Security beneficiaries, retirees at the ages of 62, 66, as well as 70, according to the Motley Fool. So we're going to be looking at this chart up on the screen here. So for the age of 62 in 2024, the average benefit for men is $1,439. For women, it's $1,167. And then the average benefit across those two, averaging it out, is $1,298. For those at the age of 65, for men, it's $1,733 per month. For women, it's $1,410 per month, and then averaging those two out, it comes out to $1,563. Now, for those retiring at the age of 67, which is typically your full retirement age, for men, it is $2,093 per month. For women, it's $1,676 per month, and then averaging those two out, $1,884 per month. And then finally, at the age of 70, if you're able to wait all the way to the age of 70 where you can receive your max retirement benefit, in 2024, the average benefit for men is $2,257 per month. For women, it's $1,816 per month. And then averaging those two out, it does come out to $2,037 per month. So let me know in the comment section below where you stand, if you're below that, if you're above that. And also let me know, do you believe that these benefits should be increased? We have different bills out there that would increase these benefits by right around $200 per month. Let me know if you think that it is necessary. And then finally, in our last news piece of today, of course, yesterday, the Senate did send the $460 billion bill to avert a government shutdown to Biden's desk just hours before the deadline. So once again, they're playing the hero antics of making sure that the government does not shut down at the very last second by passing these huge bills, $460 billion. It passed the Senate 75-22. Democrats and the Republicans joining together to pass the $6 $460 billion package on Friday evening, which approves a full year in funding for the Department of Veterans Affairs, Agriculture, Interior, Transportation, Housing and Urban Development, Justice, Commerce and Energy, among other offices. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.